First of all, how is training? How is preparation ahead of your next fight?
Training's been going well. I had some quality sparring with the British champion in my weight category. Feeling fit, feeling strong. Everything's going well.
Looking back at your last performance, is there any lessons you want to take into this one? Anything you want to improve? Anything you want to work on specifically?
Trying to get him out there a bit more, being a bit more assertive, like stamp me mark a little bit. I did have a good performance last time I was out. I dropped him twice, but I should have stepped on the gas a little bit more and maybe got him out there. But it was a good performance, and trust me, on Friday night, the same mistakes won't be happening.
I think this is your fourth fight now in 2023. How would you sum up this year? Have you been happy with the amount of action you've had?
Yeah, for sure. Like I've been out very frequently. I've had some good fights, and I can't wait to get some more bigger fights in 2024.
You look at some certain fights and you get somebody out really quickly in a round or something like that. I presume you'd rather have something a bit more testing, right? An opponent that could really take you to the next level.
Yeah, sure. Because the type of boxer I am, the more better the opponent is, the more I rise to the occasion. So if they're better in myself, it brings out a better part of me.
What are your thoughts on your next opponent? Have you watched much of him, or are you mainly focused, at this stage of your career, just on yourself and your own training?
No, I've been watching him because obviously I'm going in there to fight him. So I need to know what he does good, what he does bad, where I can capitalize from that. And I have been studying him. I've been watching it. And Friday night is going to be an execution.
Love that. Britain's youngest world champion. That's the words I think you used in a previous interview. Is that still the goal? Is that still the ambition?
That's still the goal. That's still the ambition. We're well on target for it. Everything's going good. I'm still only 19 at the minute, and the latest it can be is 22 and 3 months. So I can be 22 and 1 month, and I broke the record. So I still got a bit of time.
Is that Nazim Hamid with the record?
Nazim Mohammed, yes.
Yeah. I thought it was. Yeah, when you were growing up, obviously, did you follow much of him? Do you still watch some of his fights today? Because he was one of the best, wasn't he?
Yeah, we watch. Well, I watch all type of fighters really, and I look at what they do good, and I try and bring that to my own aspect. Like I like watching Shakur Stevenson and Devon Haney and the likes of Andre Ward. They're the type of fighters that I look at and I want to try and sort of not copy, but take things what they do good and add it to my style.
For people who've never seen you, how would you sum up your style, ahead of your next fight?
An aggressive counter puncher. So that means I push the pace. I box. I don't box on the back foot. I bring it to I bring it to them, and then I let them make the mistakes, and then I capitalize on that.
Do you have any regrets about not taking the Olympic route?
No, not really, because the way that Queensberry's been treating me and Frank Warren himself, they've made me feel right at home with them. They're doing everything they can for me. They're putting me on some great cards, getting me some good fights, and it's going very well.
What's it like working with Ben Davison? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, sure. He's one of the best coaches in the world. Like coming in every day and picking his brain and learning more and more and more. It helps me as a person and also as a fighter to get better and better at this sport, what I'm doing. And he is the best teacher of the sport, I believe. And it's been going very well.
There's some reports in the media that I was obviously working with Anthony Joshua as well. So have you seen AJ in the gym?
Yeah, I train with AJ. He's a good fella. He's a nice man, an unbelievable athlete, and it's good to watch him and let him pick things up from him and learn from him.
I'd love to get your opinion on this because obviously a lot of people have criticizing Anthony Joshua because he's changed his style a little bit. He's become more of a boxer than a knockout artist, hasn't he? What do you make of his transition over the last few years?
I can't really pay a lot a lot of comment because I like him, but he's in a good place now. He's been looking good in sparring. He's been training unbelievable. He's a great athlete, and he brings the A game 110% every day, and it's good to witness that.
What about Frank Warren? What's your relationship with him like?
Frank Warren's good. Personally, I can ring him now and have a conversation like I'm having with you at any point of the day, and he also does the same with me too. He's doing everything he can for me in the way of promoting me, helping me along the way, getting me on some good cards, promoting me as a manager and also as a promoter. He's doing everything possible.
He's in terms of promoters. This has been Frank Warren's year, hasn't it? I mean, even the last few weeks, it's just been mental. He was the main man setting up the Wilder and the Joshua card. He was the main man setting up Fury Usyk. He set up the Magnificent Seven show recently. He's killing it, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure. That's why he is a Hall of Fame promoter, because he brings these big fights. He's got great fighters. He has a good company, and he has a good stable of fighters. And what he does, he produces good entertainment for the public.
I wanted to ask about your brother Noah, if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem.
I heard in an interview a couple of months back saying that he's potentially even better than yourself. How has he come on? How is he getting on?
He's getting on well. He's training. He's doing his thing. He's having a little bit of time out at the minute. He's just getting that age now where it's either he's going to proceed this as a career, or he maybe not. But as his amateur career, he's won like 5 national titles. He's won European silver medal. He's represented England countless times. He was a lot better than me at that age that I was at him.
When you had to make that decision whether to pursue boxing as a career, any doubts at all in your head? Can you envisage yourself doing anything other than boxing?
No, I can. I've got a dream, and I'm gonna make it a reality. And I knew that from day dot.
Speaking of dreams, any dream fights that you'd love to take on? I say dream fights that you could actually come true. So active fighters, anybody who you're looking up there right now, thinking, yeah, in 3-4 years time, maybe I want to face them, or even sooner.
I would love to fight. Just say for instance, if they're still there, the likes of Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney in 3 to 4 years. Like, they're the type of people I can believe I can mix it with at that point in time.
I know you've been working with Leigh Wood, is that correct?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you managed to catch his fight with Josh Warrington, and what did you make of it? Because obviously he was, or Josh Warrington, most would say, was doing well throughout the most of that fight, and then Leigh Wood came out like an animal to finish the job, didn't he?
Yeah, I was actually sat in the crowd. I was ringside for that fight. Leigh, he's a lovely fella. He trains like a beast in the gym, and he does do everything. And when I mean everything possible to win, he will do. He goes to sleep at a certain time. He eats at certain times. He eats certain things where your body needs it, even though he might not like it. He will do it. He pushes himself in sparring and training, and watching him in that fight showed me what it means to be a world champion. Because even though it wasn't going his way a lot, he knew he still had it in the tank, because he dug down so deep all through the other rounds, all through the whole training camp. And watching him land that good shot and taking him out there was an unbelievable feeling.
Is that someone who you could potentially see facing one day?
No.
And
he's coming up to the end of his career. I think he's like 34, 35. But I would definitely have him in my corner for fights, as a team member. He's great to be around.